season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Miami Dolphins. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
Come on, set. 60 or protein spill. You go tight. You hey, wahoo!
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Hey, Charlie.
55, Mike 55. I got you. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Snap.
From the 35 on second down. Locke, flush to his right. Pass incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Hey, Delta.
Check 55, Mike. That's what I do. 55, Mike. Got 55. I got one. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. You ain't going nowhere. Hey, check. Let's go.
From the gun on third down, Locke. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
Down. 10-2 stop. Topper.
On first and 10, it's Lindsay. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
You draw Corker. You. Hey, Orbit.
11-3. Mike 55. I'm coming. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Locked to throw on second down. He's going to air one out. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post Because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Motion. Both sevens and Mike. Both sevens. Hug. Alert. Get up. Switch.
Rosen will throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, let's go. I'm coming after you.
And now it's Rosen looking. Fighting through pressure. Broken tackle. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down. And you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try and at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Mike 5-2. You want this?
Yes.
They gonna need some therapy after this. Get it.
2nd and 9 now. They'll get this one to Cup complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Alpha.
Shoot. Mike's 43. Stop.
Now.
3rd and 2. Locke's going to throw. That'll be caught by Cup. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down.
Let's go now. 15, Ronnie. 15 Ronnie.
Hey, pick your game up.
Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He gets this into the hands of Cup once again. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Denver.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
Recon. 132 fighter. Bravo.
Check.
Shoot.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First and goal, Denver.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Dolphins nothing.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. 6-6. Bullet hot. Hey, Echo. Look at me. Zipper.
I'm coming after you.
Ready?
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
And goal at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Go.
To throw it is Locke. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Locke's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's third down and goal from the 4-yard line.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Hey, I'm coming.
Check 9.
61. Matchbox light. Hey, exit.
I'm coming after you.
Snap.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Oh, yeah, that's a score. That's how you
From 4 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
This fielded at the 2. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But
look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Check three, check three, check three.
Hey, Haywood!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. 25 yards that time. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Dolphins' 35-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Topper! Hey, Duke!
Here's 2nd and 8. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
You draw Porter. Hey, box truck, box truck.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. Steps away to his left. He'll run it, and he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for third down.
Playing pass all the way.
Watch 85. Watch 85. Hey, tight end's right.
Now Rosen. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Keystone, Travis.
Kill.
5.
Tight yard.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Hey, high 7.
55.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Rosen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Let's go. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th down with Rosen. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Middle. Quarter.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Tighten up.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Middle. Safe.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Got it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Kill.
80 weapon.
Kill. Turn up.
Hey, wahoo. Hey.
Right there in the middle. 55. Let's go.
Block will try again on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. And they'll indeed go for it with Rosen. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Now the dual threat man, this is DJ Foster. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing on second down, Rosen, and that's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Dolphins on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Hey, Charlie!
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Mike 51. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get up.
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. And this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
At their 49-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Check 52. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check 3, check 3, check.
Recon, 152 fighter. Hey, Delta. Go.
Second and 2. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. That one good for 26 and a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Watch
6-6, bullet high. Get it.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They'll run with Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Again, it's Balaj. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a play fake here on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the mess.
There he goes, left side. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. At the 38-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
I'm here all day.
Check 43.
Ready.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Today's final score, Broncos.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Denver, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.